But I had been telling myself I needed to change for a long time. I'd been wanting to change. But there was one specific moment that pushed me right over the edge and said, that's it, I'm done.
According to a national survey on drug use and health, about 66% of people ages 21 to 34 drink alcohol. About 53% of people ages 35 and older. Some people say drinking alcohol in moderation is fine. Other people say it's not. What does the Bible say about it? Well, before we go to that, I'd like to share a conversation with my friend Mike that I had about his experience with alcohol. Check it out. Okay, so tell me about your relationship with alcohol from the beginning, growing up. How did it all start?
It was part of life. It was what I accepted. You know, and I grew up in Northwest Iowa. There wasn't a whole lot else to do. We were drinking by the time we were 15, 16. Somebody's older cousin or somebody else, you could always get it. That was a lot better than any other option to do. Yeah. So it started early. I do things full speed a lot, so get you in trouble real quick, especially alcohol when you don't make the best decisions when you're under the influence.
So what are some things you got in trouble with?
Breaking property, possession of alcohol.
DUI?
No, I never got one of those, so thank God. As many risks as I took, I did not get that.
Did you know anybody who got in accidents because of alcohol?
Yeah, somebody that killed somebody because of alcohol. Yeah.
So what about after high school?
Went to college. Obviously, they drink again in college, so.
Just cranked it up a little bit?
A little bit. I mean, that's what you do. I played 4 years of college football, so big team. It was part of what we did on the weekends as well. So yeah. There it is, present.
Okay, so after college, take me, what happens next?
What happens next? Travel around a little bit. I get right in the industry, service industry, right behind the bar, where I've been most of my life. Since 22, so 15 years, you know, slinging drinks and making other people feel good, having a good time and getting paid to do it while sports are on TV. So I made good money, good living. Didn't really have any plans until I met my wife at that time, and definitely want to settle down, have kids, and do all that. And
so when did drinking start to become a problem?
About the time we had our second kid, and I was trying to grow a bar. We had tripled our sales, so I was there late at night. She worked nursing overnight, so I'd be there late at night to come home, get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and get up with the kids and do it all over again.
So you were working extra in order to help provide?
Well, the bar took off. I mean, we went from 160,000 in sales up to over 700,000 in 5 short years. And the business of selling alcohol, you know, you're also selling food, but a lot of it's alcohol, and it's there in your face all the time. You got vendors show up. Oh, they know I get there at 3 o'clock, so they're showing up with samples at 3:30 to hear. Like, I got another 8 hours ahead of me. It's a little early, you know.
It's 3 o'clock somewhere.
It's 3, yeah. And they're doing their job, but had to wake up 5, 6, 7 the next morning and turn on and be a father up till 3 and do it again, rinse and repeat and it'd been going on for years.
Okay, so walk me through what some of the problems looked like.
Irritability, you know, of staying up late and have to get up early with the kids in the morning, sometimes having a headache and trying to be a good father at the same time, you know, you're just like, oh God, if I could just go to sleep. And
kids and marriage alone is tough, and when you add a hangover.
Yeah, hangover, no good, yeah. Which eventually became the ultimate decision. I'm just done with this, period. You realize there's a good, Jeremy did a nice lesson with the marbles. Do you remember the marbles left in your life? Well, I'd already been divorced, so my marbles are half of that. And it's just a gut-wrenching feeling that's all you're gonna have left with them. And to spend it intoxicated or hungover, just kind of dragging bottom with your children, it wasn't good. So it's the ultimate decision, cut all that out to be a better father for them. I'd already wrecked it as a husband. I'd lost that one, so.
So was drinking part of the cause of the divorce or the first?
I would imagine, you know, she drank, I drank, she had depression, She worked nights, overnights as an NICU nurse, and we were very different people too.
So I know it's different for everybody, but what do you think is the main reason why people start drinking too much?
Stress. I know that's what did me in. The stress of being in charge, and I was in charge of people older than me, starting in my mid-20s.
Have you thought about changing industries?
Yes, I was close. I was close before COVID. I had 4 interviews and drug test and background screen, only for them to call and say we can't hire in the 3rd week of March.
So maybe when COVID's all over, then you'll think about it?
Yeah.
Do you remember like that moment when you decided that you needed to change?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I had been telling myself I needed to change for a long time. I'd been wanting to change, but there was one specific moment that pushed me right over the edge and said, "That's it. I'm done." It's not a part.
Did you pray to God about it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I said, "Yeah, get me out of this. I know I'm the worst person in the world right now, and you get me out of this, I'll change it."
So you gave it up, and then you made a deal with God, saying He can mold you.
Yeah.
And it looks like He is.
I hope so. Yeah.
You're starting a discipleship program.
Yes. Yeah. Justin and I and Troy. It should be good fun.
So what was your strategy? Was it like, I'm going to cut back, I'm going to cold turkey?
It was cold turkey, and it went for about 4 months. And my uncle committed suicide, and I had a rough night and turned back the bottle that night. But
So well, then how long was your relapse?
one night.
So do you really miss alcohol?
No.
When did you stop missing alcohol? Was it instantaneous, or did you struggle?
It was done. Not gonna do it. It's not for me. It's out.
What's your view on drinking in general? Like, what would you tell people?
It's like anything. It's just like anything out there. You find your release. You find your recreation. Too much of the sun's bad for you. You're gonna get burnt. Too much out. Same with alcohol. You're gonna get burnt.
Do you think that there's a place for alcohol for some people? Like, if they can handle it, it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jesus wouldn't be turning water to wine if it was something you couldn't have. Yeah. It's obviously in the Bible and used, for recreation. And I'm not here to tell anybody what to do with their life. It is not for me to judge at all. I would caution anything with excess, whatever you're doing. Whether you're out fishing in your boat, you can't be out there all day. It's not good for you.
I think your self-control is amazing, and it might have been just a gift from God, but a lot of people struggle with that self-control. Like, you have any tips for them?
I have my girls, I have a more focus. I was able to put something in front of alcohol, way better. My family to grow, and especially as they be getting older, past like 1 and 3, and they're a lot more enjoyable. I have fun with my daughters every day, and alcohol is counterproductive to what I want to do.
So what do you do now instead of alcohol?
Disc golf. Anything competitive. I don't have to win, I just have to play.
Basketball.
Basketball, I love basketball.
Amen. Proud of you, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Proud of you. Thanks for having me.
Mike teaches us that if we're not careful, alcohol can ruin our family, marriage, careers, health, and happiness. Mike was wise to take his struggle to God and ultimately quit alcohol. It wasn't helping him. But does that mean everybody has to quit? No. And where did this anti-drinking idea come from? Originally, the Catholic Church was known for their vineyards and wine. Belgian monks were known for their great beer. But in the 16th century, Protestants separated from the Catholic Church, and some of the denominations became prohibitionist. They were against the production of alcohol. And they probably had their reasons. I mean, there was issues with alcohol back then, just like there are today. And thus, the 18th Amendment was created in the United States from 1919 to 1933, banning all production of alcohol. Drinking alcohol is not a sin. Jesus' first miracle was turning water into wine. In John 2, 9 through 10, the master of the wedding banquet told the groom, most people bring out their best wine first, and then they bring out the cheaper, watered down wine at the end when people had too much to drink. But you have saved the best for last. That last wine, the best wine, was the wine that Jesus created. It wasn't watered down. It wasn't grape juice. It was 100-point wine that would put California to shame. And there's other verses in the Bible that support and even promote drinking alcohol. But there's also a lot of verses that warn against abusing it. This is what I think. What God made for pleasure shouldn't be made for dependence. You can go fishing on a boat and take that pleasure and use it as a way to avoid reality, to avoid your obligations, to avoid your wife, work, and children. And the same goes with TV, entertainment, food, sports, hobbies, and so on. It's not good to depend on that pleasure as a way to relieve stress or escape reality or overindulge. The problem is not with the thing, it's with the person using the thing. Just like Mike said, we don't blame the sun for giving us a sunburn. It's our responsibility to know when to get out of the sun. For me, I've really enjoyed tasting different beers and wines and whiskeys through the years. But in recent years, I've developed some mental health issues, and I've noticed that when I drink alcohol, it makes it worse. So I'm not giving up alcohol completely, but I'm really cutting back. Because there's some things more important, like having a clear mind, like feeling good, like being present as a husband and a father. So whatever your relationship is with alcohol, be responsible. So I'll make a toast. Cheers to truth without harshness, tenderness without weakness, and godly masculinity without apology.